Hi everyone. I decided I needed to get outside and work outside and take advantage of. I climbed into my apple tree. It's something special, and you know what? I was thinking of my story, and I was thinking of when I was in first grade. Promise it won't be a long out story, but I was in first grade when I had my first encounter with my superpower. I loved my phys ed classes. I loved school. I didn't have problems with academics, but I loved phys ed. It was just a natural thing, and I excelled at it. I was never an incredible athlete. I didn't win many things throughout my life, but I loved moving, and it seemed to come easy. And my first experience with coaching was one young guy said, "Hey, how is it that you can run so fast?" So he kind of hired me as a coach, not hiring me as a coach, but he asked me my opinion. And I went, you know what? All you need to do is practice. So we practiced and we ran, like we did a whole bunch of running together. And I said, oh, and you need to eat peas. Of course, he wasn't fond of that. Ugh. But I was, out of a first grader's mind. And you need to eat peas. I was right. You need to eat greens. You need to eat well. And the best part of this whole deal was that as a return of payment, even though we didn't, it wasn't a business deal or anything, you're in first grade, we're little kids. He offered me one of the baby hamsters that his hamster just had. And I was the most amazing experience. I had the better end of that deal, I think. I couldn't believe that out of this, I got a hamster. It was so cool. So I knew I was going to be in some sort of phys ed or medicine or sports medicine. I knew it just felt right. And I've been active all my life. Those superpowers became healing powers when I need them as a young teen when my mom died and things didn't, depression set in. My father died not long after too. So I needed the activity to stay sane and not kill myself. I don't want, that's depressing, but yeah. So I knew that was where my strengths were and my love was. And I did manage a lot of facilities. I managed YMCAs in 3 different provinces. I ran, big complexes. I even hit what I thought was the pinnacle of my career with an incredibly high-paying job, stupid amount of money, I thought, for what I was doing. But then things got ugly where I was working. And I couldn't handle the ugliness there. And I started to realize, to kind of think, I hate myself when I'm in this cubicle working this job. And I love myself when I'm teaching. I love not being in a box. I love not being restricted to other people's opinions and demands. And so I realized I can no longer be on the leash of a supervisor at a job and do things that I don't think are right. So I left, and I left that great amount of money to fall to absolutely nothing. And that was painful, still a little scary. Still some days I shake my head and go, why don't you just go and get that easy job, big money, and not easy, but, big money and not worry so much. But then I think I wouldn't be able to climb in my apple tree and hang out and do the things I love and make an impact in the way that I can, and hope to do a whole lot more. So there's my story. What's yours?